of culture and history now.
Thank
you. And I think you inspire other women, especially women of color, to show like 30 years ago we had these faces.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's continue to have, like you said, more faces.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
this space.
yeah.
Black Panther on,
You know,
so many powerful black women in that film, and that was like, what we want to continue to see more of. So
yeah, and that's the thing. I know that Power Rangers was almost 30 years ago, but it's like I felt like that show was so far ahead of the curve. Like every single kid has had someone look like them be the hero. And that's huge. And they've been doing it for 30 years, and so I just need Hollywood to catch up. And I mean, even like as accomplished, like you think about Cree Summers, she's so accomplished. Like I was looking at some of I was like, dang, I didn't realize she did that character and that. I mean, it's like it doesn't end. But think about the industry as a whole, voiceover. How many other black women have that kind of, there's hardly anyone else. So it's like every industry still needs work. And hopefully, with us doing this and shows like BirdCon being so successful and different, movies coming out, hopefully that one day it'll change.
Right.
Or we start producing our own stuff.
I was gonna go into that with that. Could you talk about like your which I don't know. I know there's some stuff that like you don't want to disclose, but in terms of like writing and producing your own work, you want to tell us about that?
Well, you know what? I've been doing that for years, and we. It's funny because a friend of mine, I remember I first got to Hollywood, and I'd done Power Rangers, and I had done a few other shows, but still I wasn't getting the calls that my white girlfriends got. Like they would get 10 auditions a week, and I'd get one, and so it was like. It was very frustrating, and so one of my good friends, he was like, instead of sitting there and being, depressed or whatever it is you're going through, he goes, why don't you write your own characters? Why don't you produce your own films? And that statement changed my life because I was like, why am I not doing it? And I encourage people all the time, especially now. You got YouTube, you've got Facebook. I mean, you got every kind of medium that you could release your own film on. Yeah, exactly. And like most of our phones are digital videos, so it's like exactly if you just light it right, spend some money on some good lighting, that phone could capture the HD quality film that you needed to catch. So it's just one of those things where I encourage everyone to do it, and I've been doing it for years, and I've got a few projects in the pipeline, and it's crazy because we're pitching them, and even now it's still, again, hard to get in the rooms that we need to get into, but I just keep going.